Hello and welcome to Brandon Walks Through Suikoden 2. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm super happy to be doing this guide for you guys. This guide will cover recruiting all the 108 Stars of Destiny. In case you're not familiar, there's 108 people that you can get to join you to help you throughout the game, and I'll be getting all those for sure. I'll be showing most if not all treasure and items that you can get throughout the game, and even some things that the strategy guide doesn't even cover. I'll show you little tips and tricks and little scenes and everything. However, I don't think I can show you every single thing in this game. There's just so much in this game that it requires more than one playthrough, really. And one of those things actually requires a speed run of the game. And I hate speed runs. I like to enjoy games, not just race through them. But I might be able to show you the bonus storyline that happens when you do the speed run. It just depends on time and what's going on and everything like that. I might be able to, but I can't make any promises. But with that, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. One thing I wanted to mention is that there's a lot of things, since it's a Japanese game, there's a lot of things that could be pronounced in Japanese way, and I might pronounce them in a different way. It's just how I play the game, like how I grew up understanding it, I guess. But I took a little bit of Japanese in high school, so I should be able to pronounce things correctly, but I really don't believe that there's a quote-unquote correct way to pronounce things, and especially in like text-based games, it's really up for your interpretation. If I say something differently, just don't get mad about it. It really doesn't matter. It's a tomato kind of thing. I just want you guys to really experience this game, just with how amazing it is. I know that sounds weird, but it's actually just one of the best RPGs of all time. I think it's quite like a masterpiece for the PlayStation, and I think it's my favorite in the series, and a lot of people agree. I know it's not as popular of a game. Really, it has been, I don't know, it's not that popular, but it's just really great. It's a really great game, and I don't know why it's not as popular as it is. I think Suikoden 3 is more popular in the series just because it was the first one for the PS2, and it got way more publicity, and I think it kind of got people into this game. But this was the first one that I've played. I remember my cousin letting me borrow it, and it blew my little 10-year-old mind away with just everything. It's a really great game, and I haven't played this. I played it multiple times, but I haven't played it in years, really. So forgive me if I don't quite remember everything that happens, or I will do my best to stay on top of things. But if I miss something, I am so sorry in advance. But I won't miss anything major, like a recruit. So with that, let's stop me blabbing and let's start a new game. So we get to name our hero again, which is awesome. If you can't think of a name, you can always leave it blank and press determine, and it'll come up with randomly generated names. It has a whole bunch of them that you can choose from. So solo. Really, chick, what? But I think you know that I'm gonna do this in all caps, because that's how I've always done it since I was really small. So determine, yes. And the coolest thing about this game is that you can load your previous game data So we're going to choose yes, because that's what we did that guide for, of Suikoden. So, and even though it's, I played the original Suikoden on the PSN download, since all the files were digital, a digital save, and I'm playing this game on the PS3, those saves will be digital too, so this will work. The one thing to be aware of, you have to use the file that has all 108 stars. If you don't have all 108 stars, this load screen won't even matter, because in order to unlock the bonus scenes and the bonus people, really, you have to have all 108. I can't stress that enough. And be sure to click yes. If you click no and then back out of this, you won't even, it'll just still start the game, and you won't even notice that it didn't register, and you won't be able to access the bonus things later. So we start the game off in a mountain path between the Highland capital and Chiaro, which is where we're from. The main story is driven by, of course, us and our best friend right here, Joey. And we're just staying in the mountain overnight so we can head home tomorrow morning. Brandon, you changed already? You're sure in a hurry. Me too. I thought about going back to Chiaro, and I couldn't wait to get out of that uniform. Hey, Brandon. Nanomi's probably waiting for you to come back, huh? You're her only family since Master Kinkaku died. If not for this war. So anyway, should we go to sleep soon? Or do you want to get some fresh air? Looks like a nice night. And of course we want to choose to go outside. You really, get to talk to people, get familiar with it, and really see some cool things. So, in this game is definitely a vast improvement on Suikoden, as you can see. But in this game, your decisions really do matter. I know in the last game I frequently said, it doesn't matter what you pick, it'll still end up like this. But you got to be careful with your choices here, because it really does affect how things are played out. So, some differences here, as you can see, our money in the top right corner is Potch instead of bits, and I think all the rest of the Suikoden games use Potch. So our items, special and party, and then shows what we're equipped with, and then the other items that we have. I'll go into a lot of these things a little later on, like runes. We don't have anything right now, and it looks like we get more room than just one rune, so that's a cool improvement. It makes it really fun. Equipment, oh my gosh, it's so much better. It's a much better interface than what the last game was. It makes it really easy to pass equipment on between each other and equip things more efficiently. Strength. Shows all our stats, and in color too, so it makes it easy to read. It shows our weapons at the bottom, our magic on the left, and all our stats. Our settings will go with fast message speed. And formation, in case you're not familiar with these games, formation is how our battle is structured, how our party can fight in the battles. Basically, there's 3 types of a formation a person can have: a short, medium, and long. And basically, what short range people do, they can only be in our front row of the formation, and they can only attack the front row of the enemy formation. Now, medium, which is what we have, as indicated by the M next to our health, we are allowed to be in the front or back row of ours, but we can still only attack the front row of the enemy. And long range can be in the front or back row and attack the front or back row. So they're a little more versatile, but they're generally weaker. While the short are generally the strongest type of people, the heavy armor wearing, big sword wielding guys. So we're medium and we can't really do much, just because we're the only two people here. And past that, let's go talk to these guys. I don't believe in the peace agreement with the city-state, and I'm ready to defend the kingdom with my very life. Huh, I woke him right out of his sleep. I'm happy that there's a peace treaty. War is a terrible thing. I just want to go home. And then if you talk to them again, they try to get you to agree with them. Oh, and also, two more things. This game can really, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last game, because the last game is the same way, but you can really play this game one-handed in a sense, except for the menu. But if you can utilize the L1 and the L2 as your confirm and cancel buttons. So if I just press L2, or L1 to talk to people, and L2 to really cancel out of things, and move with the directional pad. And also you may have seen me, you can run in this game. Oh my gosh, so much better. You don't have to have a holy rune equipped on one person to be able to run around, which makes life so much easier. So much. So really, they just took the best things from Suikoden 1 and just amped them up like crazy. Made this game so much better and easier. So I will leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you when we explore the camp.